Good afternoon. Welcome on in to another edition of From Day One. Today, courtesy of a good old friend, Law Talk with Mike, we have a Karen and daughter in court handling a nasty temporary protection order.
Yes, Judge. Can you hear me?
Judge, that does require you to tell him.
Building in Stone Mountain, where she resides there. However, I let her come in, and on that Monday, I talked to all three of them and told them there are rules in my house, and the rule is now picking up their clothes, doing this, that, and the other around the house. Also, no drugs, no alcohol, So I talked to them about it. I said, do you all understand? I talked to them individually. Do it together. You understand? They said.
Ms. Maverly, let me ask you a question. Who is Ms. Raven to you?
Raven is, I know you don't want to hear the word adoption, but
your daughter.
She's my daughter.
Okay.
She's my daughter, only child.
Okay.
And I only
well, Ms. Maverly, my opinion on that, and it being me, is that I think that when it's like that, I think I was chosen by my folks.
That's exactly what I told her.
That's why I think it's so special about it, and that's why it's really differentiating.
Okay, Judge Manning is just so stinking sweet.
Yeah, I think she is. She's
like an onion, and every time you see a new layer, you like it more.
Okay,
yeah. Because Sam, she came from my home. Reason why she asked my mom, and my mom told her. But I thought that was.
I think it's fabulous that Ms. Maverly, I think it's fabulous that you chose to go adopt a child. That's fabulous. So what exactly, Ms. Raven,
Mommy will want you to either be in the room or in the chair.
Make sure you're safe.
Okay, then you stay here and you lay down.
This is the thing, on December the 21st, which is a Wednesday, I came home from work.
Seriously.
And I had her daughter with me. And her daughter and I came in, and I was telling her that the refrigerator was open. And I put my hand in there because it was warm. The food that I had in there, I told them they have to keep it closed. And I told her that her daughter had been acting up, and I wouldn't let her come to the shop where I work for 2 days. I told her I'm done with that. That's what I said. Okay, I go to the bedroom, and there is a tray with weed on it. And I told her, I said, I know doggone well you ain't smoking in this house. I don't know how I got there. So I'm going back to the kitchen, and she said, I'm sick of this. I want to get effing out of here. I said, you can leave now. You take your children, your clothes, and leave. So I go in the dining room is adjacent to the living room. And she started calling me B's and H's and all that stuff, throwing her clothes at me. And I said, I'm not going to stand for you or no one else to call me out of my name.
No,
how dare you talk to your mother like that? You've never been a mother to me. I said, okay. She was erratic. I said, I don't know what kind of drugs and alcohol you're on, but I won't stand for it. So I went to the den to call 911. I proceeded to talk to them and tell them my daughter was erratic, and she was throwing things and toys at me. And then I'm on the phone, and she pulls the phone out from my ear, out of the wall. I said, what are you doing? I said,
Whoa, stop. For those of you who are millennials, that means she actually still has a landline phone, that she could pull the phone out of the wall. You know, that's back in the days when you didn't have a cell phone and you could walk around with the phone. The only way your phone was mobile if you had that 8 million mile long cord that got stretched out to hell in your handbasket, but when it was coiled, it was all crinkled up and like sandwiched in 800 pieces. All right, trip down memory lane done. Let's get back to the craziness.
Day. B, you know I'm on parole. You know that. I said, well, that's good. Good for me. You know, I said, but you need to leave. I'm giving you time to leave. The police is coming, and I'm giving you time to leave. So I get my coat on, and I move, and I said, where are my keys to this house? She said she didn't know where the effing keys were.
I don't think the keys did any
I don't know
effort.
where they are. You find the effing keys, B. So I said, I'm giving you time to leave, so I'm going to move my car. And by that time, her daughter comes and go with me down to the hill. And I sit there, and one of my pastor friends called me. She had called them and told me that she had 2 guns. I said, I know she has 2 guns. That's why I'm walking away and I'm waiting on the police. So the police comes and he talks to her, and she's on the phone with my pastor and saying, y'all don't know this B. She this, that, and the other at church, and, you know, just calling me out of my, she's calling me out of my name. She's erratic. He said, well, what is this? She's changed the light bulbs to this blue bulb with stars and stuff all in the house. And he said, I can't see. So we go to the den. I said, come on to the den. And he said, talk to Raven. What was going on?
Oh my.
Cussing and fussing. I said, no, Alfred.
Surprise.
Yes,
Because
Mikey.
of the fact I gave you all the duties, and I told you the rules of the house. Every house have a rule, and this is the rule of my house. So, long story short, the police officer said that because I allowed her to come, I thought it was 3 days, but it wasn't. If I look back at it, it's 2 days, not even a half, because it was 8 o'clock that night, so it wasn't 24 hours. And he said, I can't ask her to leave. I said, well, I've got to go. I said, she has 2 felons. She's on probation. She has 2 guns. I love myself enough to leave. I don't want to be a Christmas statistic. I said, so allow me to get my clothes and things and get out of my house. So when we got ready to leave, she said, Smooches B, this is my house. You don't, my grandmother put my name on the house. I said, no, you be tripping. This is my house.
You'd be tripping.
My mother passed
Mikey, they be tripping.
2021. And before she passed, I got a quick deed, even though my name was on there. So I have that, if you need to see that. My house. So I left. I've been gone since that day. And what I did do is I got to magistrate court because, you know, Christmas was on a Sunday. And so I went down and filed the complaint with family violence. I had that on there. Domestic family violence is what I did do. I want this is because I work at a salon, and I don't want her coming up there acting, or because they know she's my daughter, open the door and harass me, as well as the 2 houses that I have. One in the southeast area,
wow,
and one in the southwest area that I go to. And now she's at that house now. They served her. She didn't answer, so I had to get a written possession on her. And I'm currently waiting so that they can.
Let me ask you a question. Are you feel intimidated, harassed, or threatened for your safety?
That's the answer. Yes or no?
Yes, because Raven has gone to behavior management thing. The things that she has done to me, as well as this is over the years that I put up with. I have loved her unconditionally, Judge, and I feel threatened by her. Because I told her, she told me she wished I was dead. When I told her she shortened her days, she said, you shorten your days. I wish you were dead. Well, my husband had passed 3 years ago, so I took that seriously.
I take that seriously
you
too.
wish that I was dead instead of your father. However, I have been gracious enough with her. I have. I've done a lot for Raven, more than one would do. Raven has been to the best of schools. Me and some others had sent Raven at 10 years old. She was in the gifted program, and she's been to Europe twice. We've been on trips, and I did a lot for her kids, what a father wouldn't do for them. I did it.
I understand. You're in for your safety. You think that Miss Raven.
Well played, William. Well played.
Ma'am.
You are in fear for your safety.
Yes, I am, and the girls as well.
Okay. All right, let me hear from Miss Raven. Go ahead, Miss Raven. Let me hear from you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
No, she can't hear anything.
Okay, hi.
All right, what do you got for us, Mikey?
So, as she said, she adopted me and raised me. Long story short, I have been in my had been in my apartment in Stone Mountain for 2 years. I actually moved there November 13th of 2020. And on the 19th, as she stated, it did catch on fire, the building. Our apartment didn't necessarily have a lot of damage. And so we carried an overnight bag. My Aunt Linda, who is my dad's sister, came to get me, and we did come over here at about 6 in the morning. Please stop. At about 6 in the morning. And so, what she said is true. We were there for about 3 days. Mind you, the day that the apartment caught on fire, and I can turn in, T-Mobile has allowed me access to my phone records. How prior to this, my mother would call me about 9 and 10 times a day as if I was her best friend. And I also have text messages.
She's your mom.
That's neither here nor there. Let me just go forward. We did come here, and because we were here about 2 or 3 days in, I say that Wednesday, we came that Monday morning, so maybe that Wednesday, she decided to take my oldest, who is 8 years old, with work to her. And she decided to leave me with the baby, which is not abnormal. She never babysat the youngest. She always got the oldest, unless I was in the hospital, which was 2 times. And then she got the baby, and then of course sent her home with me. And so she came in the house, and what she said is kind of true. But what she came in the house saying was, and I have phone records also for that day. I had talked to her about 5 or 6 times, jolly throughout the day, and I know whose hair she did that day. I can call them and have them testify. I was actually on the phone already with our.
I haven't seen this yet, but babies, drugs, and guns is a bad combo.
Yeah, I'm starting to think so,
already
Mikey.
Before she had even come in the house. At this time, I didn't know she was upset. I was already on the phone with my pastor. It was me, my pastor, and my best friend, Sunshine. I was trying to get Sunshine to talk to my pastor, and we were on a conference call. My mother came in. She had not even been home 15 minutes before she called the police.
I was trying to get Sunshine to talk to my pastor.
Mikey.
Can't deal with this shit.
And while we're here, and say, if my mom was around, I'd be more than happy to have her talking to me multiple times a day. It's your fucking mother. You shouldn't be acting this way, girl. Stop being, stupid.
I'm sick of her. I am sick of her, and you don't discipline her. You don't whoop her. And if you don't whoop her, she's going to whoop off on your ass and all this stuff. So, yeah, we end up getting into a verbal altercation. I can't tell you what I was said in the verbal altercation, but what I can say is nobody ever asked me for keys. What happened is she went to the bottom. There's this house, and I can show you right now if you need. This house is on a hill. And she got in her car because she had just gotten here. She went to the bottom of the hill, called from her cell phone, 911. And because when she came in, she was,
Okay, she loses based on those nails alone. Right there. Whatever her argument is, it's over.
Mikey, come on.
My 8-year-old did. And to this day, I still don't know what she did at work that made her so mad. She went to the bottom of the hill. She called 911. The next knock I heard, the police was here. So he asked, well, did she hit you? You know, did she do this? Did she do that? And, you know, he kind of left out. He was like, okay, look. You know, because like you said, she had 2 homes, which is this one, and then the one that she was going to give me. But I never accepted it, Your Honor. Even when I was facing eviction, I did all I could to get my rent money up to pay rent for an apartment because I refused to take a home from her because she does this when she gets mad. She gave me a 2002 Isuzu Rodeo, and I went and bought a Jeep because every time she got mad,
I would have bought a Jeep instead.
Come and take it.
I don't like that. And I would have bought a Jeep.
And so I went on and bought my own Jeep. That's just how she does.
Well, you know, who wants to Nasuju?
It's a Nasuzu.
She said, you know, I'm sick of her and all this stuff or whatever. Like I said, the police came in, and he said, you know, well, you go to this house, this other house that you had, and you stay here. From there, I did not call Miss. No, I'm sorry. Actually, that night, the actual night of the incident, I did call Miss Williams. I checked on her. I said, "Are you okay? Are you safe?" Me and the girls just wanted to make sure you okay because my oldest, and she had talked to my oldest as well. I said, Amani is very, very upset about earlier. She wanted to talk to you. I was crying, my oldest was crying, and my mother was crying. And she said that, well, y'all just know I'm safe and this and third. I said, okay. We hung up. From there, maybe 1 or 2 days later, she texted me about dripping water. This is whatever day it was a freeze alert. She said, hey, Raven, drip the water. And I responded, I said, okay, please call Amani, which is my oldest. Amani has her own phone. Mind you, that my mother does pay that bill. She got her that phone. And so I said, please call Amani because she's still upset about the other day. Please check on her. Amani told me on Christmas Eve, she said, oh, Mimi called me. She said she has some presents for me. So I did text on Christmas Eve, and I have that as well I can share. I said, hey, Amani said that you called her and said that you had some gifts for Christmas. And I said, you know, she said you said that you were going to drop them off. And I said, when? She never responded. I never called again to this day. I never called again, never text again to this day. Not even on Facebook or anything like that. Back to she said it was closed and stuff everywhere, Your Honor. She took me to my apartment, and I can show you pictures of that as well. Once we went to the apartment the next day, because like I said, I only got an overnight bed. Once we got to the apartment the next day, my roof had caved in. I wasn't able to get anything. So everything from December 19th up until now, from underwear to makeup to shoes, I've had to buy. Nothing came. I wasn't even able to grab hand soap or sanitizer or toilet paper. The entire house had extreme water damage, and the roof had caved in. I couldn't grab anything. And this is on an insurance claim as well, which the fire department verified.
All right, so let me.
Hey, the judge wants to talk.
All I really want to know is your mom says that she's fearful that you're going to do something. All the other stuff about family.
Okay, well, let me just keep going. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's just not real relevant. She says she's fear for her safety.
Okay, and that's just a lie. Basically, what I'm trying to get at here is, from there, I didn't talk to her again, like I said. She came in about 2 weeks later at 8 in the morning. I was on the toilet. She came in again with the police again. This time, it was 2 officers, randomly early in the morning. They told her the same thing that the first person told her because I had more time here than her. Then she called child services.
That's right there. Okay. I don't want to keep hearing what police officers say. This is tragic.
Yeah.
Unbelievable entitlement. And you don't
Yes.
respond. It's gotta,
This poor girl thinks everybody owes her the universe.
Child or any parent child, it happens. It's just so very tragic. And I can't fix the world problem. You obviously.
You said this girl should have been shot. No, YouTube, I'm not actually suggesting somebody
get. If it's true that what Miss Raven says, you're going to want to talk to her and get back in her life. Miss Mabley, this is keeping you from contacting her. You go. Miss Mabley, you turn your camera on for 6 months. So. Maybe you turn the camera back on. So
you have to have your camera on, man.
You can't contact her either because she can't accept your calls. Is this what you want, Miss Beverly? Take yourself off mute. Ms. Maverly, take yourself off mute.
Yes, she's a compulsive liar. Everything she just said was.
Maverly, all I said was, is this something where you're not going to want any contact with your daughter for 6 months?
No,
you can contact her.
I don't need contact at all. The phone, because I have the phone that I let her daughter have because my daughter don't pay her bills. But anyway,
Miss Maverly.
Miss Maverly, shush.
Miss Maverly, listen to me. I just want yes or no. You understand that you can't talk to her.
I haven't even talked to her at all since I left.
Yes or no?
Exactly. We haven't spoken.
Raven, stop.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes, you understand that. Okay, look, Miss Maverly,
yes,
I don't care, and it doesn't matter whether Miss Raven pays her bills or not, and that shouldn't matter to you. That's a Miss Raven problem. That's not a you problem.
Yeah, that's not a you or a thing.
Let her take care of her business. She wants to take care of it. She doesn't. That's completely up to her. Y'all are both too young. And at the end of the day, it's really sad because I know some, but at the end of the day, Miss Maverly is Miss Raven. Miss Maverly is the one who will be there for you, and Miss Maverly, Miss Raven will be the one who is there for you. All said and done, comes down to the final day. That's what That's what's supposed to happen.
You gotta give this judge credit. She's trying to mend offenses.
I'll put this in place for 6 months, and I'm telling you, Miss Raven, if she starts reaching out to you, you need to file something and come back. But if Miss Maverly is reaching out to you, then we need to go ahead and set it aside. So if you reach out to Miss Maverly, Miss Raven can file something, get back in front of me and show me where you called her. I want you to understand that, okay? Yes, Miss Raven.
I saw on the petition that. On the petition, it said that on one of the lines, it said that she asked for she petitioned for temporary custody of Amani and Amira. May I ask what are we actually
You're just
agreeing to? No contact?
Yeah, don't contact her. She won't contact you. The children, it's your children, right?
Correct.
Those are your children. I mean, ma'am, you don't have a guardianship over those children. I can't do anything. Those are her children.
And so, in regards to the home that she's speaking of,
they asked a question about did I fear for those kids? I told them that she did have kids.
No, I'm not for
Miss Maverly, here's the thing: is there's a different legal process you need to go to before you can file on behalf of those children. Period.
Yeah, you can only file on behalf of you right now.
There
you go. It's in place. Stay away from one another. If something happens, I don't know if you're renting your place to her or whatever you're going to do, use somebody else that can talk about it.
Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Raven.
Just to be clear, before we get off, because I see it's ending, I know it's no contact. I'm clear with that, and as we both stated, we've not had contact. I'm fine with that. In regards to the home, is that this? Because she also filed an eviction, and I responded, and so we're supposed to go to eviction court. But when I responded, the next notice I got was this notice, and so what are we doing in regards to that? Am I just waiting for eviction court? Because this was really an attempt to speed that up and get me out of the house.
Mikey.
Ms. Maverly, the TPO will be in place for 6 months. What are you wanting her to wait for eviction court? Because
and she drives by every day. She drives by every day to check the mail. I see her every day.
Yeah, go ahead, Ms. Maverly. What?
I have to get. That is my house, and I have to get my bail.
Wait, hold on one second.
That's my mail.
Hold on one second. Ms. Raven, let me ask you a question. What county do you live in?
We live in DeKalb. We're currently.
Ms. Raven, you live in DeKalb County.
That's why my apartment that burnt down was in DeKalb County. The house I'm at now is my grandmother's house in Fulton, off Moreland Avenue.
Your grandmother's house.
Ms. Maverly, stop.
Wow.
I'm talking to the judge.
It's semantics. Ms. Maverly, she's there obviously with her children. Are you wanting her? Ms. Maverly, turn your camera on. Are you wanting her and those children to leave that house?
Yes, that's what she wants.
Or do you want to wait for eviction court?
I want them out of my house.
This was an attempt to speed it up.
I want it out of my.
Maylene, how old are her children?
3 and 8.
3.
Okay, Miss Maylene, I will give her. Miss Maylene.
Guys, listen to the judge.
And an 8-year-old, these kids didn't ask to be in the middle of all this. So both of you don't talk. And neither one of you, I don't want one of you talking. I do not want to hear either one of you talking right now. I am not putting this 3-year-old and this 8-year-old in the middle. So I'm not sure when your eviction hearing is, but right now, Miss Williams, Miss Raven Williams, I'm going to give you an amount of time to get out of there. What happens in eviction court happens in eviction court. If you're evicted, you only have a shorter number of time. Miss Maylene Williams, I want to give her a reasonable amount of time to get out of there. So it could be 15 days so that she can find a place for her and the 3 and the 8-year-old. So I could give her until hold on, where's my calendar? Because I don't want to put an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old out on the street today. So I could say, let's see. I can say she could be out by March the 27th with those children and leave the keys you want to lock the keys in that house, Miss Maverly? Take yourself off mute, Miss Maverly.
Speak there.
Okay.
So she could be out by March the 27th. Whatever happens in the eviction court, though,
she might figure it out when she has to pay for her own place. She might finally figure it out. We'll see.
As an eviction court. So if they tell you in eviction court you have 7 days to get out, Miss Raven Williams, and that's it.
Okay. Well, I mean, we had a date for it's not until April, and that is why by me responding, my attorney actually responded, and she was notified that we responded, and so that is why she went ahead and filed this paperwork for the TPO because she was advised.
Stop. This may
she was advised.
This place, Miss Raven Williams, you need to be out of that house by noon on March 27th.
Noon the 27th. Okay, I can do that. I definitely can do that, actually. I'll be out by then. I actually have an apartment in Marietta that'll be ready by then. So I appreciate that.
So, and that way it's for these children. And then I hope that whatever's going on between yours, but I'll put this in place. So as long as your emails are in the chat, we'll send it to you.
I appreciate it. I put it up there. It's in the chat.
Miss Magley, did you put your email in there? Well, I think we have that one. So we'll email you both copies of the order.
I appreciate it, Judge. You have a blessed day.
Thank you. Y'all stay healthy and safe. All right.
Mikey, you want to wrap this up?
Covington and Miss Franklin.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Neither of you have witnesses. It's just the two of you, correct? Miss Covington?
Thank you, Mikey. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, no, that's a child. No. I'm not going to hear from a child.
Okay, was there?
Miss Franklin, y'all both raise your right hand. Y'all swear firm testimony about to give the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Just both sides stand for me. Okay. So we'll hear from Ms. Covington first.
Wait. Are you telling me it gets worse?
Start from the most recent.
Oh, it gets worse, Mike?
Right now, leave feel wrong out of it. This is just between you and Ms. Franklin, okay? Start from the most recent event, work backwards is what Ms. Franklin specifically has done to you. And then Ms. Franklin, I'll hear from you. All right, go ahead.
So, recent event. This was 2 weeks ago. My sisters came visit me. We were on our way to the store when we were walking outside, ambushed once again by her friends, which she's a part of everything, regardless. But they don't.
Miss Franklin, your sister?
My sister?
Yeah. What is your relation? She's just a
neighbor.
A neighbor. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Just tell me what she did. Go ahead.
Okay. She basically ambushed me to get jumped and was and harassing me.
So tell me a little bit more. And I know it sounds like I'm being difficult, but I'm not. So tell me when she ambushed you and what that meant. What did she physically do?
Okay, so January 16th, I got a call from Chanel Franklin about a misunderstanding with her children. I corrected the misunderstanding and told her that this is not what I meant.
You really don't want to know.
You know, I apologize if you feel this type of way, but this is not what I meant. So I hung the phone up with her that day, and it felt like we had an understanding. Once I hung the phone up, I get a knock on my door, and it was from her friends. Her friends continue to say, "Oh, this is what you meant."
And I guess that's all Mikey's got for us. So we'll bring this to a close. Come on back for subsits in the evening. Until then, thank you for watching from day one. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you tonight.